Our next round is, if this is the answer, what is the question on the board? We have 6 categories. David, which one would you like?
Transport, please.
OK, your category is transport, and the answer is between 10 and 15,000. What is the question?
What's the price of a season ticket to London from anywhere in Kent?
With a young person's rail card.
Is it how many turkeys faked bird flu in December?
By how many runs did England lose the last Ashes test?
Is it how many people in England are secretly elves? It'd be fun though, wouldn't it? Imagine that. I'm an elf, really?
You think on sofas all up and down the country there are between 10 and 15,000 people going, no! Pack the tiny bag!
They all watch Mock the Week. All the elves.
All the elves.
Oh, yes, big fans, big fans. Love satire. Frankie's nuts against a Cortina, yeah.
You better watch out, because
You seem to
if
know
the
a lot
big
about-
Bee Gee switches the TV on right now, he's going to think you're taking the piss.
And that's the last thing we want to do in this show.
Does he have a TV in the cupboard, does he? That he has?
No, Russell just comes in next week with these massive scars down his chest, with the big Bee Gees eating his entrails.
Is it how far do Ryanair land from their stated destination?
Is it according to school dinner, ladies, how many minutes should you give pasta? Is it how many push-ups could Jesus do? There we go, boys. Not bad for a man with nails in his hands.
Imagine if he should have brought that out as a fitness video. That would have been great this Christmas. Just him next to Jennifer.
Now let's try it again with a cross on the back.
Will it just be called Keep Up With Jesus? I bet you can't. Powering forward and back for an hour. You
Jesus has brought out a fitness video. It's called the Bible. And fitness is in your soul. Carry on.
Is it age 12, I saw a shop assistant's breast in Woolworths? What age would I have to live to before I can get that image out of my mind?
Is it how many people, when they make a cup of tea, feel compelled to put the tea cozy on your head?
That's just one, Russell.
I agree with you.
It surely doesn't count if elves do it. They're naturally going to do it.
Still people. He's Elvis.
Dora says, down with you lot. Kill him. Yeah.
Is it how many Saddam lookalikes did they hang the same day just to make sure?
I'll give you a clue. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, it's to do. Is it how many bits of luggage are left at Heathrow?
That's exactly it. Very, very good, yes. The question I was looking for is how many items of luggage were estimated to be stuck at Heathrow Airport after recent flight delays? This is the estimated size of the unclaimed baggage mountain accumulated at Heathrow over the festive period. Many of the suitcases contained elves. I can't back it up.
Oh, 10 to 15
bloody best place for them, if you ask me.
Unbelievable.
What caused BA's luggage mountain?
One of the things they said caused it was the fog.
Yeah.
Now, what happened with the fog was they cancelled various flights. How pissed off would you be? They go, you can't fly, but we've taken your luggage and you're not going to get it back for 2 weeks. You'd be livid, wouldn't you? What a bunch of cunts.
Well, haven't they taken... some truth, is it not?
Don't sit on the fence here about this, Andy.
Why can't they fly in the fog? Because the only thing I find comforting about playing is that thing where they go, oh, it's all done by radar. I mean, the idea that the pilots are actually going, oh, nearly hit that one.
But the baggage mountain's not actually at Heathrow, is it? Because they're sending all the bags to Milan.
Yeah, that's right.
To get them sorted out.
Yes, the international sorting depot for luggage is in Milan. They're flying thousands of bags to Milan to find out they need to go back to Peckham, and they fly them back again and then send them in a
And
taxi.
there's a danger in that because the bags, when they get back, will have accumulated so many air miles on their own. They're just going to go somewhere else.
Your bags will upgrade while you're there.
How depressing would that be if your bags had a better holiday than you? Just sauntering through the door. Hello, hello.
In brand new designer clothing, I've been to Milan.
take an espresso.
By bags in that context, I take it you mean luggage and not testicles.
Depends what you pack for your, depends what you pack for your holiday, Frankie. Just a lovely image of you swinging,
check
going.
your testicles in. Because I just take them onto the plane with me.
Not if they contain more than 100 millilitres of fluid.
People don't really... Baggage is a whole world. There's a site on the internet that I happened to come across called...
Go on.
It's called the Dull Men's Club. And
How did you find that?
Someone told me about it. And what they do on the Dull Men's Club... this was about 2 or 3 years ago. On the Dull Men's Club is essentially a list of all the world's airports. And they list all the baggage carousels. And they tell you whether the carousels go clockwise or counterclockwise. Fantastic. You can just type in Lima, it says Terminal 1, clockwise. For example.
I thought they're reversible. Aren't they?
No. The flaps, you know, they can only go one way
I've
around.
seen one go backwards. I swear I've seen one go backwards, and it's not a dream because I have more interesting dreams than that.
You'd worry if that was your dream. No, that's better.
And when you saw it going backwards, you noted at the time.
I thought, you know, it's a machine, an electric machine. I am a scientist. And they just put it into reverse, and now it's going backwards, and that's
Could
fine.
you see your luggage, and you were just about to pick it up, and then suddenly it was going away from you?
What it was I sort of turned up, having got off the plane, and was standing in the waiting area, and it started to go round, and went round for a few yards, and then it started to go round the other way.
That's just
and
a warm-up lap.
But it showed a capability to go in both directions, albeit only briefly in one. But I didn't think...
I suspect witchcraft.
Have you been on this website, David?
I think you'd quite enjoy it.
Well, I think that website sounds the most pointless thing in the world. Because it's saying it can only go clockwise, and I know it can go both ways. So I'm going to go on that website, I'm going to hack into it, and I'm going to change them all from clockwise or anti-clockwise to both directions. Both directions.
David, at what point during watching the baggage carousel go the wrong way around?
I didn't know it was the wrong way.
I accept it. Watching it go both ways, then, did you go, this is something that will make a fantastic anecdote on a leading comedy show?
I always knew it was a great story.
Just needed a niche.
Well, that's stored away for the future.
It's just like the wonderful day that I noticed they were changing the way they had the buttons to press for traffic lights. I thought, blimey, these are great times I'm living in.
Very good. You always, you know what I mean? You know when it sort of goes around, you forget what your bag looks like. It's horrible. You find yourself going, right, oh, God. Oh, no, I wish I had a purple bag.
I want my bags going in the opposite direction to everyone else.
Absolutely. I like to stuff mine full of elves so that it gets near me, just here, bang, bang. Cheers, Gideon.
Mr. Howard.
Let's get you some Horlicks.
Thank you.
Once, the worst, I went for a wee just before, and, you know, in a toilet, not on the counter, I'm not a beast. And then I came back, and there was this...
Do you think, by the way, if you did wee in the toilet, you'd actually see it coming back around again?
And I went for a whiz, and then I came back, and there was this sort of bag going around that said, inflatable dolls treat with care. And he sort of... and it went around sort of about 3... and then I realised that what happened, after I'd been for a wee, my mates had written in Tipp-Ex on my bag. And it's this moment of oh, that's my bag. And I was like, beast monster! Shut up.
I'm desperately trying to move this on, but I do think...
Before you do, can I just say, how shit are British Airways when they've lost half your luggage, they don't even know how many lost bits of luggage they've got. Between 10,000 and 15,000.
Yeah.
That's 5,000 baggages they may or may not have lost. The other argument they gave was we were introducing new working practices. What sort of new working practices were they introducing? We're going to do fuck all with your luggage.
Shit losing luggage working practice, where you hand your luggage in, we burn it, and it saves a hell of a lot of time at the other end.
What a bunch of cunts.
That could be terrible, though. What if you had packed your testicles in there?
Or an elf.
Or an elf.
I'd love it if someone just switched the episode on at that point. What if you packed your testicles in there and or an elf?
Not the weakest back.
We really do have to move on. I think we have beaten the shit out of the baggage carousel issue. More so than it ever should have been done on a topical news, Chris. So let us move on. But actually, first, why is it called a carousel? There's no fun element to it.
The early ones used to have horses on them that went round and round. That you could ride on, like in Mary Poppins.
Fucking shut up about carousels. The only reason we're talking about this is because you looked at some boring fucking website instead of 6 hours of cock-hungry teens like a normal man.
Okay. On the BA issue, I'll made off.
I was watching hungry teens the other day, and apparently their knobs can move both ways.
Okay. Let them even get into the conversation.
People were phoning up to try and find out where their luggage was, and it cost them 3p a minute on British Airways phone line, right? And then they were getting through, and people were going, "Oh, well, I'm sorry, we've got no idea where your luggage is, because we're in Bombay." How fucked off would you be with that?
I don't know whether a call centre's the best way to deal with this, because if you've essentially got a pile of 15,000 bags, you know, somewhere in Heathrow, people answering, they then supposed to say, "Hold the line, please. I'm just going to go and scramble on a mountain of baggage and try and spot your dark brown bag, Mrs. Smith." So essentially, they're just there to calm people down. Yes, you may have lost some of your property, but at least you're not dead.
And presumably to try and keep you holding for a bit longer so as they make more money. Oh, tell us a bit more about the bag. How many elves were in it? Yeah.
Would the elves still be struggling? No, they'd have suffocated by now.
Suffocating on testicles. What a horrible way to die.
It's the way I wanted to go.
You really have to let us go on. Aside from the luggage mountain in transport issues, what else in Britain is the highest in Europe?
It's the cost of going on our trains, our train fares.
Your train fares are the highest in Europe.
Yes. Although not per minute, because they take so fucking long to get there. Actually, as a place to sit, it's relatively economic.
They're not apologetic about it. That's £91.12. How are you paying for that? Well, I've sold a couple of things.
The standard saver return now from London to Glasgow is £98.20. You can fly to Barcelona for 40 quid. Who on earth would pay 98 quid 20 to go to Glasgow? You fly yourself out to Barcelona for 40 quid. Whoever you're going to see in Glasgow, you fly them out to Barcelona for 40 quid. And you spend the first £18.20 on sangria.
But in the long run, basically, Glasgow's going to depopulate, isn't it? It's going to be a ghost town in 10 years.
Well,
Everyone's gonna be
especially
in
now that we've
Barcelona.
heard that there's sangria in Barcelona. The place is just empty.
The good thing about a train is you always know you're 5 metres away from someone who's crazy and willing to share. Do you know what I mean? Do you mind if I sit? Not at all, go for your life. I've written a book. Oh, nice. Where is it? On my belly.
On the train down this week, this is true, there's a Scottish guy trying to chat up a girl on my table, and they're sort of flirting, and she's a medical student, and she's got this book of, like, case histories and stuff, and she goes, "Oh, could you help me so I can try and diagnose you?" And he goes, "OK." And he goes and looks at a case history, and you choose something light, wouldn't you, if you're flirting?
You open light, yeah.
He closes the book and goes, "I would appear to have infected diarrhoea." And that phone number disappeared over a series of descriptions of his bloody turds.
It's such genuine lunacy on, like, and the great thing, like, I come from Bristol to come to the show, and it's great because you arrive in London, first thing you hear, "Do not approach unattended packages. Beware, there is a bomber in your mind." You know, in Bristol, I genuinely heard this the other day. Just come over town, "Here, don't feed the pigeons." And just sums up. Seriously, Dave, he's got a point. Don't give him a Snickers. It's wonderful.
You also wouldn't fly into Bristol now in case there'd
That's
been
right.
a small smattering of drizzle and your sheet glass runway.
It just shows you know, because they're always saying, "Oh, don't worry, if we have to crash land on water, it'll be fine. You know, there's whistles. There's never been a successful landing on water. Everyone's always died, but don't worry." And then they go, "Oh, Bristol, it's a bit damp."
One lady actually said, one lady genuinely said, "I don't know why they just don't get a giant hairdresser." Hairdresser, hairdryer, you fucking read. That would have worked if I'd have said it properly.
Presumably the giant hairdresser would have a giant hairdryer.